Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. In our last video, we were at Raffles Place and then we went to a Singapore River. This time, we were supposed to go to the old governmental portion of the island, but I decided to make a detour because I wanted to bring you to a place where now we have an opportunity to visit that we don't have before. Okay, so first of all, here we are at Marina Bay, and as you can see, overlooking the bay is this small little tower here. This little tower here used to be the traffic control for the sea around this area here, and there used to be ships and boats going through this area because in the past the Marina Bay wasn't closed off, it was actually opened up to the sea. Oh yeah, and this round little thing here used to be a revolving restaurant, but right next to it is another very iconic building of Singapore. This place is called Clifford Pier. It used to be the chief landing place for ships in Singapore. So people who want to come to Singapore used to land here before and then alight from the ship, take boat to this location here. And now they actually made it into a hotel and restaurant, but still it's a very iconic, beautiful building. And if you go to the other side, you can actually still see the pier pylons and platform that support this building. So in the past, people used to come here, alight here to this place here. And in the past, there wasn't Marina Bay Sands, there wasn't buildings, there wasn't land. You can see all the way here. This place here used to be the end of Singapore, and then from here onwards used to be the sea. And in the distance is the Fullerton Hotel. This old building used to be the post office, the main post office headquarters in Singapore. Now also turned into another hotel. But what's happening now is because of COVID, because of the lockdown, there are no tourists coming into Singapore. So this place here now is relatively empty. In the past, this area here used to be filled with tourists taking photos, enjoying the weather. Now it's almost practically empty, and so now it's a very rare opportunity for you to actually visit this place here, visit the Merlion without any crowd. And just imagine in the past when the British was here, no buildings in front of here, just sea all the way to Indonesia. So in the past, ships were anchored out in the sea, and then you have bumboats or tongkangs which will row out to the boats, and then they will transport passengers and cargo from the boats to here, and then go towards the mouth of the Singapore River. And then from the mouth of the Singapore River, they will travel under the bridges and then up the Singapore River towards all the warehouses and all those trade houses that were along the Singapore River. And so that was how in the past trade was conducted in Singapore. And here we are now at the Merlion. It's just so empty as compared to how it used to be. So now this is how it was like before COVID. Before COVID, this place here was very busy. This is one of the stops where if you take a tour of Singapore, or if people want to come and see Singapore, want to see an iconic area of Singapore, normally they will come here to this place here. And as you can see, this place here used full of people. From the Merlion, where it's a very popular photo taking place. A lot of people come here to take photos with the Merlion, and even walking along the bridge, the Jubilee Bridge in the past. There used to be lots and lots of people walking across the bridge. Now, there's only me. One and only me. Lonely, lonely me. Me. And if you look in the water, you can still see the tongkangs, or these bumboats they used to ply the trade along the Singapore River. Now, instead of carrying goods and passengers from the ships, it's used as a tourist attraction where you can actually rent, or you can actually pay to actually ride in one of these boats along the Singapore River. So it'll be a very nice evening boat ride for those who are interested. And here we have now the Merlion, which is the iconic national symbol of this city-state of Singapore.
So I have never seen this place so empty before. Look at that, nobody.
What we have here is the Esplanade Bridge, and right in front of it is this bridge called the Jubilee Bridge. As you can see, it's named here. And so, from here, Merlion Park with the Merlion, we're crossing over to the other side. And you can do it two ways. You can either use the vehicular bridge on my left, which is called the Esplanade Bridge, or this bridge here, which is the Jubilee Bridge. This bridge, the Jubilee Bridge, was created to be a pedestrian bridge, and it helps to connect part of the waterfront promenade to right behind me, which is the Merlion Park. So this bridge we are on, the Jubilee Bridge, is one of the newest bridges built across the Singapore River. It was only built in 2015, and this area here in front of the mouth of the Singapore River used to be the busiest part of Singapore, which was the port of Singapore, and ships, or maybe not ships, but bumboats and tongkangs used to travel from this area here, from the mouth of the river all the way up to the Singapore River. And what happens was, in the past, Marina Reservoir or Marina Bay used to be opened up towards the sea. This was when the British were here, and ships will anchor out in sea, and then tongkangs and those bumboats will actually row out to those ships to pick up passengers, to pick up cargo, and also to bring supplies to them. And so what happens is, the passengers and cargo will be taken from the ship by these tongkangs and bumboats down to here, the mouth of the Singapore River, and then continue onwards up the Singapore River. And along the Singapore River, there used to be lots of trade houses and warehouses. So all the trade and business used to be done along the Singapore River. And this bridge here, as you can see, is called the Esplanade Bridge. It's mainly a vehicle bridge that connects that side of Singapore towards to Raffles Place, and it's mainly a vehicular bridge with a very narrow pedestrian walking area. So because the area was so narrow, they created this bridge that I'm walking on, the Jubilee Bridge, so that pedestrians could travel easily from the promenade, you can see, which is ahead of me now, or here, which is the Esplanade, so they can travel the area from that area towards the Merlion Park. So it's easier walking, and also a longer walking area for them to enjoy. So have a nice walk along the waterfront. We have crossed the bridge, and then we are now walking underneath the Esplanade Bridge. And after we walk past that, we will reach the Esplanade Park, which is also an area where there are some monuments around here. And then also we'll also be walking along Queen Elizabeth Walk. Actually, towards my right here, this little area where you reach the water. If you remember, previously there was I think a few years ago, a very popular movie called Crazy Rich Asians. One of the scenes was actually filmed to the right here. Yeah, so the two actors, I think the main actor and actress were actually standing down there, filming one of the scenes there. And in front of us now is actually the Esplanade Park, which I will bring you around later in another later video, show you around this area here. It's a very nice open area, surprisingly still around. In the past, this area here was actually set aside to be an open area by Sir Stamford Raffles. Instead of letting people build buildings and businesses around here, he actually asked for an area near the city in the governmental area set aside for people recreational enjoyment. And so because of that, this place still exists. And at this platform here used to be a very iconic figure, but I will not tell you what was here or where it went to at this video. You need to join me for my next video for me to reveal the secrets. Yes, the secrets. So if you want to know more, join me for my next video, which means unfortunately we are ending our walk along here. This now we are walking along Queen Elizabeth Walk, named in honor of Queen Elizabeth, and ending our adventure here.
You want to see more? Join me for my next adventure. Until then, I will see you. Like, share, subscribe, and join me for my next adventure. See you there. Bye bye.